Good morning, students. Today we have to see the fifth exercise. As already I explained in the class, NDA configuration. Just we have to recall the NDA thing. So fifth exercise will be a RAP simulation process. Whatever I am doing in the workspace, you just check it for your guidance. First, we have to take the end device of PC. Since RAP is a routing information protocol, we have to route the information from one router to another. So it is used to find the shortest path. So here I am going to use 3 router. First take all the PCs. So based on your need, you can take either 2 PC for one router or 3 PC for one router. Then as we have to use the switches to connect the PC. Next I am going to use the router. Here in the router I am using 1841 router for connecting with the switch. Best configured for RAP routing simulation. That's what we are using, 1841 router. For connecting the PC with the switch, since it is a different devices, so we have to use straight through cable. So here select the port fast Ethernet 0, click on with this switch. Here I am selecting fast Ethernet 01. Same like that we have to connect all the PC with the switches by using a port fast Ethernet. So same like this, we have to connect the switch with the router. So since it is a different devices, we have to connect. So we have to use a copper straight through cable. Here again we have to select the port fast Ethernet for connecting the switch with the router. We have to keep in the mind which port we are selecting. Like here I am selecting fast Ethernet 032, fast Ethernet 00. So 00 we have to keep in the mind because we have to give the configuration for the router. So here fast Ethernet 032, I am connecting with fast Ethernet 00. So next we have to connect the router. Which router? So for that I am using serial DCE cable for connecting the router with the router. So here I have to select a port. Serial cable port I have to select. So only serial port we have to connect. Since serial port is not there, I'll check it once. So somewhere we have done the mistake, I think so. We have to correct it again. So first I'll do the configuration, then I can do the serial port connection, so that it will connect, I think so. So that we will get a serial port configuration. So first we click on this router. Here we have to check the configuration. Yes, since they are having only 2 ports, we have to add the switch. After that we can get to the configuration of serial port. Otherwise we can't able to connect with the serial port. So first I have to do the physical configuration. So first I'll recall again, go to the router, click the physical configuration. So make the switch off, drag this WIC2T switch to here, then make the switch on, then close it. Yes, after this configuration we can able to connect with the serial port. So again, dear students, please check here. If I am keeping the switch here, means it will not be connected because the switch is on. So probably we have to keep the switch off, then we have to drag the WIC2T switch here and make the switch on. So whenever the switch is on, we can't able to configure the switch. So we have to make a switch off, then we have to connect to the switch. Once we configure the switch, we have to make the switch on and close this. Same like that we have to do the physical configuration for the third router also. First we have to make the switch off, then drag this WIC2T switch, then on the switch, then close it. Now we can connect the router, connect both the routers with the serial port. Now it will be enabled. For checking this, again go to the router, click the configuration. See here, now serial ports are available. So after the configuration, the serial ports will be available. So now to connecting two same routers, we have to use serial DCE port. So click here. I am choosing here serial 00. So it will be connected to here serial 000. Yes. So again we have to connect next two routers. Here I am choosing serial 0012. I am connecting with serial 00. Yes. So now after this connection, after the serial port connection, now I have to configure. I have to make an IP configuration. Go to config. Here I have taken the port fast within a 00. So I click here, make the IP configuration 192.168. Yes, we can give it 198.162. Here I am giving 1.1. So please remember the IP configuration whatever you are doing. 198.162.1. Again switch on the port and close it. Again go to the config. Here we have choose the port faster than a 00. So 198.162. Here I am giving this, since it is a different router we have to change IP configuration. So here I am using 2.1. Address have to change. After that we have to switch on the port and close it. We can able to identify the green signal will be enabled after the configurations. So here it will take take some time for enabling the green signal. Again, we have to configure the third router. Go to the third router, configuration, click the configuration. So before that, if you had any doubt, please keep your mouse here and check it. So which port we have connected, so you can identify to the fast Ethernet of 00. So even here also you can identify it is connected to the fast Ethernet of 00, fast Ethernet of 00. So we have to configure the fast Ethernet of 00. So click this router, go to configuration, click the fast Ethernet 00. So here again I am giving 198.162. Since it is a third router, the IP address should be varying, it should be different. So 3.1. You should have to remember this IP address. So then we have to switch on the port, then close it. Yes, we have done the IP configuration. Now we can able to check the green signal is enabled. So now we have to make this IP address as a default address for this PCs, those who connected to this router. So those PCs connected to this router, this IP address will be acting, IP address of router will be acting as a default gateway for this PCs. So click this PC. We have to configure this also. Go to desktop, go to IP configuration. Here give different IP address for this PC. So I am giving 198.162.1.2. Since I have given the router IP address 198.162.1.1 for the router address, so in PC I am giving 198.162.1.2 for my remembrance. Again, default gateway should be the address of router's IP address. So here 198. Which address we have given for the router? 198.162.1.1. Yes. So after that we have to close it. Same like that we have to configure other PC also. Click this PC. So go to desktop, IP config. So here I am giving the IP address. So 198.162.1.3 because IP address should be different. So default gateway should be default gateway should be the same address of router's IP address. So here 198.162.1.1. This is a default gateway address. This is the address of router. Router's IP address will be acting as a default gateway address of PCs connected to the port. So then close it. After configuration closes, same like this we have to configure other PC also. Go to this PC, go to desktop, IP config, give the IP address 198.162. Since I have given the second router address 198.162.2.1, so here for my remembrance I am giving 2.2 for the PC address. So here next I am giving default gateway address. It will be the address of router 2. So 198.162.2.1. This is the address of second router. It will be acting as a default gateway. So after this we can close this one. Next, configure this PC also. Go to desktop, IP config, same like that. So 198.162.2.3. So next 198.162.2.1. This is the IP address of router. It will be acting as a default gateway. Then close it. Now we have to configure this PC also. IP address, then go to the IP configuration. So here we have to give 198.162.3.2. This is a third router's PC. Those PCs connected with third router. Which is the address I am given to third router? 198. It will be acting as a default gateway. 198.162.3.1. So after configuration, close this one. Again, same like this we have to configure this PC also. So here I am giving 198.162.3.3. Yes. So after that we have to give 198.162.3.1. It is acting as a default gateway. Router's IP address will be acting as a default gateway for those PC connected to the router. So yes, after this close this one. Yes, now we configure this PC also. Now we have to configure the serial port. So click this router again. So go to the serial port. So go here, go to the serial port. Here I have to configure it. So it should be different. The IP address should be different for serial port. So I'm giving the IP address 10.0.0.1. Then I have to on the port. Yes. So close it. For this one, please keep here and check it. It is also connected to serial port 00. So click here. Again we have to configure 00. So here I'm giving IP address should vary. So previous serial port I have given 10.0.0.1. So this serial port I am giving is 10.0.0.2. Then click with subnet mask. Then switch on the port status. Close it. That's all. Now you can check green signal is enabled. That means it is configured. Again check here. It is connected to serial port 001. So now we have to configure 001. Yes, go to 001. Here I am giving, since it is a different serial port, here I am giving the IP address 11.0.0.1. Yes, now click the subnet mask. Switch on the port status. Now close this configuration. Same like that, here also I have to configure it. So before that you check that serial port to which it is connected. So you can able to see it's connected to serial port 000. So now I have to configure for 000. Click this one. Now 11.0.0.2. It's okay. Switch on the port. Close it. Now we have done the configuration for serial port. Yes, you can able to see this green signal is enabled. Now I have to add all the address in the RIP port. So again go to the router. So go to the configuration. Here on option is the RIP. Here I am going to add all the address whatever we have configured. So all the IP address here we have to add. So first I have taken the address 198.162.1. So here we have to add the last digit should be 0. So already I taken this router address is 198.162.1.1. But here I have to add the last digit, or the last digit of IP address should be 0. 0. First add this one. Next, for this second router I have given the address 198.162.2.1 I have given. So here I have to give the last digit is 0. Add. Third router I have given the address 198.162.3.1. So here I have to give the last digit 0. Add this. Again I have given the serial port addresses. Yes, 10.0.0.1. So here I have to give the addresses 0. Last is 0. So add this one. 10.0.0.1. Yes. So can we check this one with this one? It is not adding. Wait. 10 dot. So I minimize it. I'll check the address once again here. Serial port address 10.0.0.1. Yes, it is correct. So where I'll check this also. This one 10.0. This port is on. This port is on. Okay, I'll check this port also. 11.0. Yes, the port is on. Okay, it is okay. So now So students, stay on to the line. 1 second, I'll check it. So real time. So here, so okay, once again we'll check it. Wait, once again we'll check it. Here we are adding, right? So yes, we have added. So once again I'll check it. 10.0.0.0. Can we add it? Yes, now it's accepting. Yes. 11.0.0.0. This is serial port of another one, IP address of another one serial port. Add this also. Same like that we have to configure other router also. Yes, I hope you understand. Now click the next router. Go to the config. Click the RIP. Add the IP address for all those whatever we have configured. First I am giving the IP address of router 198.162.1.0. Yes. Next, same pattern whatever we have added, whatever IP address we had in the first router, same thing we have to add for the second router and third router also. 198.162.2.0. S. Next, 198.162.3.0. Yes. Next, 10.0.0.0. Add this one. I think so. Again, it is creating a problem. Yes. Okay. 11.0.0.0. Click yes. All those are added. Again, you have to configure this third router. Go to third router. Go to the config. Go to the RIP. We have to add all the IP address so that the packet will be transferred. The packet will be choose the shortest path for transferring from one source to destination. It will choose the shortest path. So again, I'm adding all the IP address 198.162.1.0. Yes, first router address is added. Second router 2.2.0. Third router address 198.162.3.0. Third router address, again serial port address we have to add 10.0.0.0. Add this one. Again next serial port address 11.0.0.0. Yes, this is also added. Then close it. After this configuration, now we have done the end configuration. Now I have to send the packet from one source to destination. So go to the PDU, protocol data unit, drag it and keep in this source address. From here it have to send to this destination. So now go to the simulation part. Now start to play the entire process. Yes, the data is transferring from one source to destinations. As it is choosing the shortest path. It is selecting the shortest path from source to destination through the address we have added in the RIP port. Yes, thank you students. Please take this as a guidance for you. I hope you understand. Thank you so much.